Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Max. I'm a Dutch teacher and a language learner, and this is my language goals for 2021 update. Final update. Today is the 31st of December. It's in the morning, so I just did my last study session, and I'll tell you how it went. I'll start with my German goal, then I'll go to my Spanish goal, down to my French goal, and then I'll give you a little perspective into the future, a look into the future of my language learning. Now let's start with German. So the goal was to prove myself that I have a B2 level by doing one test of this book, and then it was all about reading and listening. Now, very soon, very quickly after I set myself that goal, I started speaking with people on Tandem. I started speaking with a friend here, well, not really a friend, but somebody that I know here, and I also started doing all kinds of stuff that doesn't really have anything to do with speaking and with listening and reading. And then in the end, I also didn't do the test because I realized that actually my motivation in German is not at all, doesn't have anything to do with having a certain level, having a B2 or a C1 or a B1. It doesn't interest me as much as it did with Spanish. When I lived in Spain, I wanted to prove to everyone that my Spanish was very good. But now with German, I don't have anything like that. I almost don't have any Germans around me. And I'm mainly interested in reading German. So what I did instead is I checked out the book that my father gave me for Sinterklaas. Here in Holland, we celebrate Sinterklaas, 5th of December. And I started reading Hermann Hesse, Nazism Goldmund. And I was pleased to find out that I understand the book. So I can read literature in German, and that means that my level's higher than B2 probably. Of course, I do struggle, but I already read 20 pages in 2 days or something, and I'm absolutely super happy that I can do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any tests. But setting that goal about the test actually helped me to find out that I'm not interested in the test, that I'm more interested in reading fluency. So completely shifted. Perfect. Now, second goal, Spanish. Now my goal was to read this book. I already read it halfway through. And same as with German, I just didn't start doing it. But I did improve my Spanish a lot because my father gave me another book, this book, for Sinterklaas. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Crónica de una muerte anunciada. So the chronic of an announced death. And just started reading it out of interest, and then I couldn't stop. So I read the whole book in 10 days or something. And I went to Spain also with this book. So I read it in the plane, and I read it in the mornings in Spain, and I understood everything, pretty much everything that was going on there in Spain, with the family of my girlfriend and everybody talking on one big table in a southern Spanish accent, and I kind of got it. I mean, of course, I have some expressions to learn, and sometimes it goes a bit too fast, but I understand 99% of what's going on. It's amazing. So I'm not gonna set any particular goals. I'm just gonna read. I'm definitely going to read this. Um, but also that completely shifted from this book. I didn't read it at all. I read this book. Now, same as with German, that doesn't matter at all. The goal is just to, you know, keep going. French. My plan was to read this book, and I did. It was the first thing I did after I made my language goals video, and I really enjoyed it. I really felt that after my French, after reading the book, my French really improved. Also, I had an amazing conversation after that with a French teacher. She was not my teacher. We spoke on a language exchange, and then 2 weeks later, then I tried to have another conversation with somebody else, but I just couldn't get it going. I was very tired, and I just couldn't. So it just sometimes goes like that, language learning. Anyway, I kept going by reading French on LingQ, the website. I put the link in the description, and I kept reading the news in easy French. But I realized that my motivation for French is actually not that strong. I don't really care too much about the French language. Now, I actually think that I wanted to learn French also because I didn't learn anything when I had it in high school. I had a couple of years of French in high school, and I didn't learn almost anything. Um, so I thought, let's get back to French, to prove to myself that I can do it or something. But actually, I don't care. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to learn Persian. I'm going to make a very beautiful video about that, and keep you updated. So I already made the book that I'm going to use to write. I mean my notebook. I mean, and yeah. So to recap, I wanted to do a German test and I didn't. I started reading German literature. I wanted to finish reading a book in Spanish and I didn't. I read another book completely. And I wanted to read only one book in French, but I finished it very quickly. Then read the news in easy French for a long time, and then decided then I don't want to learn French anymore, but that I'm going to learn Persian in 2022. See you later.